Welcome to the channel. Today's topic of discussion is transmission bandwidth and frequency hopping spread spectrum or FHSS. So, what is transmission bandwidth? Transmission bandwidth refers to range of frequencies that a signal uses for its transmission over a channel. Right? And if transmission bandwidth is larger, in that case, more information can be carried by that signal at a time. That means rate of data transfer is more in case of larger transmission bandwidth. Next comes frequency hopping spread spectrum. So hopping, this word is there in this technique, so that means there is a case of jumping. So what is done actually, the entire transmission bandwidth which is used for the purpose of transmission of a signal, that entire transmission bandwidth is divided into numerous micro channels, and through each micro channel a specific frequency passes. That is the arrangement. That means during the transmission of the signal, hopping will be required. During the transmission of the signal, hopping or jumping between the micro channels will be required. Sometimes this frequency is being used, sometimes another frequency is being used. That way, this transmission of the signal will take place. Right. So, for the purpose of hopping, one algorithm is used which determines its sequence. That means it is predetermined sequencing, and the time gap between this hopping is of the order of microseconds or nanoseconds. Advantage is what? Advantage is this predetermined sequencing is not known to the surrounding jammers. If jammers exist over there, that is not known, that sequencing. That means that algorithm remains unknown to the jammers. One more advantage is that since frequencies are continuously changing from one to another, different frequencies are being used for the transmission of the signal. So in that case, there is a less chance of interference. Means disturbance or noise due to interference is reduced greatly by the use of this FHSS technique. And one more thing, the system becomes, this transmission procedure, this transmission method becomes secured because since the frequencies are changing continuously and the sequencing is not known to any other device, any other devices, okay, that means no eavesdropper can do anything, because to disturb your transmission procedure, the eavesdropper should know the sequencing pattern. Since it is not known to the eavesdropper, so there is an advantage of security. The system becomes more secure if we use FHSS technique. In case of military uses, you know, military uses, anybody should not interfere with your communication channels. So that advantage we get by using such a technique, FHSS. If the enemy parties use jammers, in that case also there will be no problem at all, because jammers normally jam one particular frequency or a short range of frequencies, not that larger transmission bandwidth. So many advantages are there if FHSS is used. So data transfer rate is more. That means communication, again communication is secured. Means faster communication is possible by using this technique. Sorry. So many advantages are there. You can easily understand what may be the advantages of using such a technique in case of data transfer or in case of transmission of signals. And this is also used by industries. In case of automations, this is required. This is required especially when there is noisy area. Means in your noisy surrounding, if you want to use this communication, secure communication, faster communication, then in that case you should use this technique. Again, in case of Bluetooth devices, the same technique is used. Okay, so that means there is enormous use of this technique, FHSS. Okay. Anyway, so this was all about today's topic, transmission bandwidth and FHSS. Right. So this is the end of this video. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video.